Hello, it's Kimberly Hoff here with Emling Media, and we're back at it. It's day 3 at Inside Edge, and sitting right next to me, I have LeeAnn Mallorie, who is the founder and CEO of Leading in Motion. How are you doing today?
Doing great.
Good to have you here. So tell me, what is Leading in Motion, and what are you able to do for your clients?
Leading in Motion, in my business, I teach leaders how to connect with the wisdom of their body so that they can have more energy to lead well. I also really help people look at the ways that they sabotage themselves around health and well-being when it comes to running their business.
Oh, so give me an example of how you do that for your clients.
So, for example, there's a lot of folks who don't take the time out to build in an opportunity to stop, to pause, to get moving, to actually get their blood flowing during the day. And what happens when you don't do that is that your brain starts to get a little bit fried.
Yeah.
So then you're kind of in the afternoon, you're typing, you're working.
Yes.
And it's not happening very well.
Well, a lot of people are just, they're sedentary all day long,
Absolutely.
and they sit at their desks. So that's great that you're able to engage your clients and have them be more proactive.
Yeah,
in their
there's a lot of what I do that really helps people increase productivity. But the other thing that I do when it comes to getting into the wisdom of the body is that I also help people see the ways that the way they're using their body might be related to the way that they lead. So, for example, I might work with a client who tends to move a little bit too fast and not connect with people in her leadership, and look at how slowing down the way that she walks might actually make a difference for the way that she's leading. So we kind of go both ways. It's both about getting into movement and building that sort of thing in, but it's also like the metaphors of movement and the body and leadership.
Wow, so you really delve deep and focus on the client as an individual.
Absolutely.
And get to know their strengths and weaknesses to make them better leaders.
Yep.
That's wonderful. So tell me, why did you make it a priority to sponsor at Inside Edge?
Well, I was interested in the working with small businesses. I work a lot with corporate clients, and also I do work with small businesses. And in my Permission to Thrive course, which is a 12-week online women's course, I like to bring both the corporate audience and the small businesses together. It doesn't happen in a lot of places, and I think it's actually really useful for them to learn from each other. So that's a lot of what we're doing here.
I like that. So can you comment a little bit on how Angelique or Phil, or both, have been so impactful when it comes to your business?
Definitely. When I first started out, I was talking a lot about the wisdom of the body, and people were going, what does that mean? And so in starting to work with Angelique and Phil, they helped me think about, well, what is it that you actually do? And we came up with this concept of energy leaks. And in fact, that really is what I help people do. I help them stop the energy leaks that get in the way, that lead to burnout, and that derail their business in a variety of different ways. And so we kind of came up with this central theme of energy leaks as a way of talking about what I do. And when I bring that now to corporations and to the leaders that I work with, people are like, oh, I leak energy. We should talk more. And it really lands for people. So that's been one big thing in working with Angelique and Phil.
Yes, and I think too, now just going more, digging a little bit deeper about what you said with energy leaks, I think so many times people get on that fast track when they're in business, and you're like, there's no stopping me, I'm not slowing down anytime soon. And they don't realize that they're draining or maybe draining other people in that process. Thank you so much for sharing all that. It was a pleasure to meet you,
Absolutely.
LeeAnn. Stay tuned. We've got more great interviews coming up next.